Hi guys, I'm Girts from Synths, and I have some considerations before I start the presentation. And the thing is that we live in Western culture where every minute we have to do some decisions, and every decision leads to certain consequences. As this is the third day of Superbooth, and I feel consequences on Superbooth on myself, and so we had to do some decision what will be the levels of information and entertainment during this Gesprächskonzert. So we decided that we will go more for entertainment because it's last day of Superbooth. Therefore, we are demoing or talking about two different instruments. I will briefly tell about Syntrx II, and then we have another instrument of similar form factor, our Perkons drum machine, which pre-sale started 2 days ago. And my colleague Kodek will show what Perkons is capable of after we have developed and bring it to the next level. Well, but on Syntrx II, some may notice that more than a year ago we launched Syntrx I, which was our attempt to recreate user interface of Synthi AKS synthesizer, and when we made Syntrx, Petr Zinoviev, designer of the Synthi AKS, wrote us an email, and he said, "Well, I wonder how this compares to my original one," and so he got Syntrx. And he was highly impressed, so I feel that Petr personally approved our design, and that was really our design inspired by user interface of original Synthi. Unfortunately, Petr passed away, and I somehow feel that his work is somehow continued in our designs, and those instruments will be remembered forever when people will talk about history of electronic music and technology behind electronic music. So Syntrx II is completely different instrument built around same patch matrix, but with more expanded features. And here we put all our know-how about analog circuit designs and about interaction with the instrument, because what we in Synths think that the pleasure of interaction with instrument is one of features that make instrument great. You know, there are brilliantly sounding instruments around, but if it does not talk to you, and if you somehow do not connect with the instrument, then you don't like it, even though it makes the best possible sound. You know? So here we put all our know-how and our experience in designing user interfaces and designing synthesizers of reasonable form factor, because I like instruments of reasonable size, which is case with Syntrx, which is case with Perkons, because instruments are made to be played live, and you can play live instrument which is playable. So yeah, that's a case with our latest developments. So more specifically on technical side, Syntrx II has has 3 oscillators and a resonant filter, which also can be used as oscillator. And unlike the first one, oscillators have a wave shape animation. So if you see here, we have a pulse wave, we have sine wave on second oscillator, pulse wave, and saw wave, which can be turned into super saw. So on sine wave, when animation is applied, it turns from sine wave into shark fin wave. Then the third oscillator is a modulation oscillator, so it's more like LFO, can track key or be free running. And then we have filter, high pass, low pass filters in series, which allow you to do some more nuanced sound design and do more than with a regular low pass filter. And then a special section is effects. We were introduced to Martin from Dutch company 112 decibel, and we became good friends, even though we met in person only yesterday. But Martin has his genius in designing FXs. So his company actually is behind VSTs. So they have brilliant redline reverb, they have delay VSTs, they have a steam pipe physical modeling synthesizer. But we developed our DSP platform that hosts his VSTs, and they are now included in Syntrx. So we have delay and reverb. Then it's a trapezoid selection, which is basically envelope generator, ring modulator of new design, and a joystick, which can be recorded. So just for extra nuances in modulation. So I just move joystick, hold the button, and all motions are recorded. Well, all those modules, like if we can call it them module, yeah, and last but not the least, input section. First input comes with envelope follower, so for better integration of external instruments, because basically Syntrx is experimental instrument. So you can use play guitar along Syntrx, you can ring modulate guitar signals with internal oscillators, and you can extract gates from incoming audio signal and use them also as for clocking the different parts of the Syntrx. And second input comes with its adjustable microphone or line level, and the signal can be direct or inverted. And once you invert some CV, you can do stereo panning and some extra interesting tricks on the instrument. So everything is centered around patch matrix. This is analog patch matrix, so analog mixers with digital control over the patch points. There are preset patches, and you can easily navigate through patches by 2 patch buttons. So you can design a performance which sequentially advances to more and more advanced sounds and to more and more advanced patches just by simply pushing next patch key. So you can treat Syntrx as a modular synthesizer where you interconnect all modules in analog way and come up with some crazy unexpected ideas, because patch point randomization turns it into source of uncertainty, if I may borrow this term from booklet synthesizers. Well, that was informative part. I will do some boring drones before Raivo will entertain us with a Perkons thing. So now, easy decision entertaining part. We have developed Perkons a lot over these half a year since last Superbooth. So Perkons with FX pedals. Right?
Yeah, and this year 74 BPM instead of 174. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. Yeah. Okay, let's go. you.